Boys and girls of the Shaft, today we're going to be taking a much closer look at the Wyvern, which is new to the Scorched Earth DLC and comes in 3 flavors: electric, poison, and fire. This thing is really hard to get a hold of, so don't you think people are going to be flying around with these things willy-nilly. So the first thing you got to know is that these things aren't tameable. You can't tame this how you'd normally tame just about anything else in the game. Instead, what you gotta do is you gotta travel into their lava cavern layer of death, doom, and destruction where there's 100,000 million of them and steal one of their eggs. If you look along the wall, you'll see a lot of possible spawn areas, nests, and if you get really lucky, you might find an egg. And if you find an egg, you better grab it and hurry, because if these things catch you, you're doomed. Once you get back to home base, you can treat this just like any other egg in the game. Go ahead and just put it in your incubation room, surround it with a ton of air conditioners, and just wait for it to hatch. Another thing of note is that when you get the egg, it's totally random. You have no idea what the stats of the parents are going to be, so you could get an amazing egg, you could get a completely trash egg. The next thing, very important, is you have to go get the milk. This thing needs milk to grow big and strong and kill everything. And as far as I've been able to find, the only place I've found a way to get a lot of milk efficiently is to search for an alpha wyvern. Now, this thing ain't gonna be easy to take down. Once you find it, your best bet is to just get a bunch of buddies who have homing missiles and just pelt the thing until it goes down. Look in its inventory and you'll see a ton of milk. Depending on the rate of the server, this should be enough milk to actually raise several wyverns. So if you could just mass collect eggs and then just mass collect milk and raise them all at the same time. The milk does expire pretty quickly, so what I would suggest doing is throw whatever milk you got in the inventory of the wyvern and then just toss it in your fridge. Now, one nice thing about this is that once you actually get it fully grown up to where you can ride it, thank goodness you don't need a saddle. You can just ride on its back, no problem. One of the things that I thought was kind of cool about this is that it actually has 4 different attacks. Left click is obviously the standard bite, right click is your fire breath, poison breath, electric breath, whatever. And then you have C, and depending on if you're on the ground or if you're flying, C does different things. If you're flying, you can actually pick up medium-sized dinosaurs with the dragon. If you're on the ground, then you perform a wing air knockback sort of cool attack. One other thing to be aware of is that the dragon actually kind of has trash stamina. I noticed this is sort of a trend lately with a lot of the really cool dinosaurs that are coming out. They're super powerful, crazy. You'll just destroy everything, but they have horrible stamina. So be really careful, because if you're using your right click, it drains your stamina so quickly. So I'm trying to just be a little bit snappy here and get this done without taking up too much time, but I figure what I'll do is at the end of this video, I'll just go ahead and throw in the rambly stuff. Now, I give it some thought about what the best strategy is for going ahead, getting into the cavern, and grabbing the egg. I tried it a few times, and this is hard. You have so many enemy wyverns there that the second you sort of enter in that cavern, you just get lit up and die instantly. And I think probably what the 2 best strategies are for pulling this off is either 1, get a bunch of buddies, all with rocket launchers and homing missiles. Homing missiles are excellent for killing these things, and just commit dragon genocide. Once all the dragons are dead, just casually walk in, grab whatever eggs you can find. The other thing that I thought would be a pretty good strategy here is to get an RG and carry your buddy, pump as much speed as you possibly can in this RG. You want this thing fast, because if these dragons catch you, you're gonna get lit up. And then just go into the cavern and fly along the lava river as fast as you possibly can, and have your buddy who you're carrying just keep an eye out. And if you spot any eggs, then probably the best thing to do is to just lead whatever dragons you got on your tail away, and then swoop back in and grab that egg as fast as you possibly can. Well, citizens, that's about all I got for you today. And if you're new here, why don't you go ahead and take a look around? I have no doubt in my mind that if you look at some of the other videos on this channel, you too will become a loyal citizen of the Shaft. And also, go ahead and click that annotation you see on screen, because we went ahead and made another guide just like this one on how to knock out, tame, and whatever else, everything you need to know on the golem, whatever the hell it's called. Go ahead and click that link.